Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This will be a 2 versus 2 on Tempest. And it's going to be between EGStrifeCro, the red Zerg player, and EGAxSlav, who will be the blue Terran player this game. Interesting there, I'm used to AxSlav playing on Protoss. And their opponents will be haCkDeSaix, the teal Zerg, also known as Levels, or formerly known as Levels, and his teammate will be Kami, the purple Zerg player. And aren't you happy, Kami? I got your pronunciation right this time. I usually say Kami for the first half of the game, and then I go, oh crap. So we already have some pings going off. I don't know what that's supposed to be about, but yeah, I guess thinking put your overlord over in this location type of pings. But it will be double Zerg versus a ZT, and oh, fancy pants. StrifeCro is building the extractor for AxSlav, and we just had this discussion. Somebody thankfully posted on some of my, or one of my replays, as I mean, I do understand the purpose behind this is so that the Terran player can get Hellions faster. It's easier for them to get minerals while they don't have to spend the time building the refinery. It's pretty obvious stuff, and the Zerg player isn't as far behind because basically the Zerg player can get up to 10 drones and then spend one on the extractor and just quickly rebuild that 10th drone while they wait for the overlord to come out, or while they're working on building their spawning pool or whatever. So it is easier for the Zerg player to build the extractor, and with shared control, apparently you have to share control, I guess, for this to be able to work. And AxSlav will be quickly throwing down that factory as expected, and there it goes, the reactor. So you can tell the timing on how quick the Hellions can come out when you do this thing, as we are 3 minutes into the game and he is already getting his reactor, and the timing looks to be perfect on this one. And Zerglings are on the way out for StrifeCro, so he did go for that 10 pool, by the way, and now he is going to be continuing to stream Zerglings down there. And actually, haCkDeSaix is going straight for a Baneling's Nest, so this could prove to be very effective against StrifeCro's massive Zerglings. And I think, and you can see that Kami is building that Roach Warren, so Baneling of Roaches is pretty strong strategy against Zergling Hellions. So a lot of it will come down to micro and army placement, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be pretty exciting, as the Baneling's Nest is just now finishing, but haCkDeSaix, I think, wants to try and keep that tech hidden as long as he possibly can, as StrifeCro still does not know about the Baneling's Nest, and I'm not sure. It looks like now he is going to be able to see that, and here come the drones off to fight to try and save haCkDeSaix's bases. There's a lot of Zerglings in here, and StrifeCro will be forced to fall back. And if we, at the same time, if we look down at Kami's base, I mean, if he had tried to harass Kami's base, it would have been a lot more interesting there. But now there are 2 Roaches on the field, and there are 2 Hellions on the field, and here they come right into DeSaix's base. He does have 3 Banelings finished that I don't think the bottom team sees just yet. We'll see if these Banelings can get into a massive Zerglings. If they can, I will be so happy. But Kami with 7 Roaches out pretty quickly there. As you can see at about the 5:20 mark, 7 Roaches out pretty quickly. So I guess I need to take notes. I'm not really much of a Zerg player. But we are going to be switching into Marauders for AxSlav, so AxSlav 1 step ahead, seeing all the Roaches, is going to go right after those Marauders. And at the same time, StrifeCro just continuing with mass Zergling right now. And we're at a bit of a stalemate, it looks like, as both teams have gone for the ideal army composition. haCkDeSaix is going for the lair tech very quickly. And could that be for the centrifugal hooks for the Banelings? We will see where he goes with that. But these Roaches from Kami are really going to be able to protect this ramp. So this map really playing a big role in making this defense very effective, as these Hellions aren't really able to get by the Roaches. So the map, the Roaches combined with this map, really making these Hellions less effective than they would normally be. However, EGAxSlav continuing to make the Hellions, so he really wants to get up into haCkDeSaix's base here, but he knows if he tries to go in there, so many of his Hellions will die. He's not ready to sacrifice all of them quite yet. And a very fast Spire, so that's what haCkDeSaix was getting that Lair Tech for. He's going right into Spire. So Banelings into Spire, combined with Mass Roach, and now Metabolic Boost is on the way for Kami. And so he will be getting some Zerglings to complement these Roaches and perhaps try and trap some of this stuff. And Kami apparently thinks he is waiting for Blue Flame, but I hate to break it to you, I don't think he's even bothered going for it. So EGAxSlav, realizing these Hellions aren't going to be too effective, has already sort of abandoned maxing those out and instead going to work on his Marauders. And haCkDeSaix asking for some gas. Asking for gas to get some more mutas out, but wow, StrifeCro with so many Zerglings. Oh man, I would love nothing more than to see a Baneling blow up on that huge ball of Zerglings. Maybe we'll get lucky. Ooh, wasted Baneling right there from haCkDeSaix as a Zergling scout ran up and caused one of these Banelings to blow up, so gotta be very careful. And StrifeCro is gonna have to be very careful. And now we have Spine Crawlers going down here, and that could cue the top team to try and expand, as haCkDeSaix is saying to Kami to try and expand. And that's going to be a very tall order at this point, as it looks like we're going to have an engagement here as Kami is going right into this wall of Zerglings. Not the best position to engage right there. This Baneling really wanted to blow up on those Zerglings, but neither of them are going to get there. We'll see if any Banelings can get in here. And now the Roaches from Kami are going to get surrounded by the Zerglings there. One Baneling blowing up on a bunch of Zerglings, and another one coming down this ramp, but not taking out a whole lot. And now with all these Marauders on the field, EGAxSlav and StrifeCro, could they be able to break this? There are mutas now on the field though for haCkDeSaix, and there is no anti-air for the left team. So it's going to be a matter of how much damage can get dealt before the mutas are able to kill everything, and the Hellions are going to be running right in the middle line, but there is a Queen back here to defend. Hellions now getting some nice shots up on the drones. Kami has one Roach back here, and it looks like those Hellions were able to kill like 5 or 6 drones back there before they all died. So this muta is just coming up huge right now, and now the mutas will be counterattacking as StrifeCro's base is extremely exposed to the Mutalisk. He does have a evolution chamber, but the Spore Crawler is just now going down. Way too late on the Spore Crawler. The mutas are coming streaming into the mineral line. And there goes one Queen, and there goes another Queen. As sorry, I gotta adjust my headset there. I had some crazy sound effects. And some Marines from EGAxSlav are stimming up and running into the middle line to take out the mutas, but there are not enough of them. And it looks like with some proper micro, haCkDeSaix will be able to deny these Spore Crawlers. He is picking off so many drones though. More Marines stimming up and running in to try and kill some of these mutas. A couple of them have very low hit points. And now haCkDeSaix is going to turn around and engage the Marines and continue this fight. But now with the Spore Crawler finished, he will be forced to fall back. But the damage has been done. StrifeCro, look at, you see his middle count just skyrocket there as EGAxSlav just sent him a ton. So many SCVs are mining in this one base. Oh my god, EGAxSlav needs an expansion so badly, as it's about to finish, and he's about to land it right now. And haCkDeSaix, meanwhile, he's been building his expansion, and Kami looks like just started it. I wonder if Kami started it earlier and it ended up getting cancelled by some Zerglings. But we will never know. Actually, we will know. I will know when I rewatch this later. But haCkDeSaix being relentless with this muta harass. Now with so many Marines though for EGAxSlav, it's going to be a lot more difficult to do. So haCkDeSaix may need to think about making another tech switch. However, he is continuing to pump the Mutalisks. No upgrades on them, however. And now we have Medivacs on the way for EGAxSlav. And could haCkDeSaix actually get this spawning pool? As this Spore Crawler is desperately trying to move up in a position to defend it. The spawning pool is going to go down. So extremely frustrating for StrifeCro. Now losing your spawning pool isn't the end of the world at this point in the game, but I mean the rest of the economic damage that haCkDeSaix has been doing has been bad. But you know, it pretty much just denies Zerglings and Queens. And it denies you increasing your tech anymore, so you won't be able to upgrade the lair, obviously, or anything like that. So it is going to be really slowing down StrifeCro just that much further. And now these mutas want to deny this base, but way too many Marines down here. As haCkDeSaix, just relentless muta harass. Picking off SCVs, now flying into the main, and oh man, how frustrating is this? Don't you guys hate mutas, man? Unless you're Zerg, you love doing this crap. As now some medevacs getting exposed from EGAxSlav. As wow, haCkDeSaix is just doing serious work with these mutalisks. As he is losing a couple to these Marines. I think he wants these Marines to stim up, and then he can just run away and force them to waste their life. Kind of like I was gonna say they could waste their life, kind of like what I'm doing, but I'm gonna be a little too harsh on myself, as I don't actually have a job right now, so sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my life, but that's enough self-deprecating humor on my part. As we check it down at these bases, Kami very well saturated, haCkDeSaix getting that saturation. He's been obviously spending so much APM on these mutalisks. He is just now getting the centrifugal hooks for the banelings and some ground attack and armor upgrades as well, and now Kami is getting upgrades for the roaches and already has the roach speed. Come on, man. Oh, there's been an engagement up here as Kami trying to do some harassment of his own at the same time, and needs to be careful though, as a ball of stimmed up Marines will just annihilate those roaches. And he's gonna be trying to engage it, and whoa, hey now, I'm going to be pulling back, so maybe just trying to force the stim and then fall back. Just keep the energy drained on the medevacs, keep the life down on the bio ball. All the while, this ball of mutas just flying around, being so annoying. StrifeCro has done a pretty nice job, considering, of getting his base back up and intact. As the roaches continuing their harassment here. And now going to be falling back. It looks like some of the roaches are going to get caught by the Zerglings from StrifeCro, and the roaches from Kami getting whittled down quite a bit here. And now they are going to turn around and fight. No, they are not. They're going to continue falling back. And they're trying to bait this army into all of these banelings. Can the banelings get into the Marines? Here we go. The banelings just steamrolling the entire bio army. That is what we've been waiting for this whole time. It looks like EGAxSlav was able to lift off one small group of units, but not before most of them got blown to bits by the banelings with the speed upgrade. And it looks like the timing was just absolutely perfect on that, as more banelings are coming in. Going to be blowing up all over StrifeCro's Zerglings. And the mutas in here at the same time doing the work from the sky. And it looks like that could be all she wrote for the top team. Desperately trying to hang in here, but I just don't think they have enough. The bottom team continues to reinforce. This should be over. You can see more mutas, more roaches on the way. No reason to change tech at this point, as if this base is killed, which it is pretty much dead now, their economy will be in shambles. And looks like that is going to be all she wrote for this game, because now EGAxSlav is he's got nothing left here. StrifeCro has some minerals left, but he's been behind this whole game because of that harassment. Very well played by the bottom team. Gotta hand it to haCkDeSaix, aka Levels, and Kami for playing a great game against Team EG, which is a very powerful team. I think EGAxSlav was playing an off race. He's usually a Protoss player, so he's probably a little bit off his game, but I thought he even played pretty well. It was just a great muta harassed by haCkDeSaix. Really was the difference in this game. And of course, banelings blowing up at the end. So awesome right around here. So that is going to do it for me, and I'm probably going to be live streaming tomorrow. I should be live streaming tomorrow, unless I end up needing to practice or rehearse, because I have a couple of shows coming up. So look for me to be live streaming on justin.tv /IrieStarcraft, and there will be a 4v4 tournament tomorrow, and possibly even a 2v2 tournament the following night. So if you get bored, you should definitely tune in for that. So that's it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.